Stay Alive is a survival horror tabletop role-playing game with elements of violence, emotional trauma, biological infection, and may include other mature content or themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Previously on Stay Alive, the survivors had become splintered, with David investigating a nearby town to restock on the dwindling provisions, with Malcolm, a somewhat obsessive pursuer of the survivors' party, Dr. Gwen. Unfortunately, those contentions came to a head when, jeopardizing both their safety, Malcolm revealed his true intentions, putting David in a difficult spot. Fortunately, after witnessing up close and personal a new breed of Zerk that seems to be able to take to the air, David and newfound survivor temporary companion Charlie got into his truck and ultimately started making their way back towards the school, the survivors group's base of operations. While this was taking place, just the night previous, Gwen had been abducted by the Third Coming, a zealous religious cult seeing the Zerk infection as a sign or opportunity of those to prove themselves worthy through worship, dedication, and particular emphasis on dangerous sacrifice. While under their care, Gwen sustained numerous bites, hoping to stave off some of the more infectious dangers that presented themselves right away. A quick and a rather smart application of antibiotics, topical coverage, and a number of other precautions, hopefully, will see her head back to the school unscathed, her fate yet to be determined. And while these two diverging tales of danger and woe were taking place, Operative Mage, recently having made his way to the school, joined up with the survivor Adrian, who, after an attack from the Third Coming, found themselves in dire straits after the cultists seemed to attack the school, brought a host of Zerk with them, and at the end of last episode, discovered that while the chaos was taking place in front of the school, a portion of the Third Coming's cultists had absconded with the younger children that were held in the school near the back and are currently at whereabouts unknown. As the frantic Adrian and measured and composed Mage were immediately beginning to dive into whatever plan of attack that they were going to try and respond to the situation with, a shadowed figure approaching from the rear of the school, heading towards the broken windows where their earlier invasion had already compromised their security. Both of them were at least temporarily relieved to find that Operative Taurus, an old ally, purpose and motives up to this point unknown, had located the school and was looking to return, with previous evidence and suggestion being that he had been there previously. We now pick up after a friendly and cute but altogether tense reunion of former operative allies and Adrian, now still fighting through the overall hindrance of her wounds. Mage, Adrian, you see an injured operative Taurus directly in front of you. Seeming to make pleasantries with operative Mage, at least for the moment, it's clear that he has sustained some form of damage and otherwise is not having the best possible day that any of you could imagine. Looking up, suggesting that there is a number of different considerations he needs to address with the pair of you. What happens next?
Taurus, man, how are you going to be the bull and get the horns? That's not the way that's supposed to work.
No, I know. Mage, I fucked up, man.
Yeah, it looks like you did.
This wasn't my fault. I mean, mostly. I was here before. I left some equipment behind. Thought I could come back and get stocked. I called away to an important mission, apparently. A VIP extraction. A helicopter pickup somewhere around New Jersey. I don't know. Some doctor we were supposed to be grabbing. Chopper got shot down. We got separated. Started making my way back here, hoping to make contact with somebody.
Well, contact has been made.
Right. Different problem.
What's going on with your arm?
I'm just... And he peels back a layer of torn clothing that seems to be pressed under bindings, largely to apply pressure. A large gash, seemingly severing some of the muscle, deep cut into the hard form and tendons. I'm gonna have to focus on my one-handed shots, I think, right now, but
yeah,
both my legs work, so I thought I'd get back. We got shot down not far away from here. Took me a better part of a day and a half to scramble back, but I need help. We gotta retrieve VIP. They say she can help put together a cure.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's very VIP.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, right. Operative Taurus. I'd shake your hand, but I'm using one to hold the other one in place right now, so hopefully... How many are you? Just you two in the freakout case over here, or what's going on?
We got me, we got her. She's got a puncture wound in her lung. I patched up. The other one got stabbed multiple times by cultists. Patched her up too.
Okay.
There's
apparently
we have a doctor. We just gotta find Gwen.
Yeah.
And well, Malcolm.
Is there a reason y'all are out here shooting? Is the problem gone, or what's the deal?
Well,
Like,
problem's gone for now, but apparently there was a bunch of kids, and the problem took the kids with them.
so we need to go get the kids back.
Oh, so your problem came in, took the kids, and now it's just you two, essentially?
Right, and we gotta go get the kids.
It sounds like you got rid of two liabilities at once. What's the issue?
I mean,
Oh shit. And you see Taurus kind of lean into Mage a little bit, kind of whispering in your ear, but too exhausted and too tired to really try to put too fine a point on it. Is she one of like the sentimental types, or is that the situation here? Did I read this wrong? Yeah.
yeah, well, sentimental isn't what I do. You know this.
Right. Yeah. But is she gonna be all like, "Ugh, we have to get the kids and stuff"?
I mean, most likely. I mean, look at her.
Do we need her? I need your help.
I mean, technically, she needs to be off of her damn feet. She's got a hole in her lung.
You know, you have a little bit of a sentimentalist streak in you too, patching someone up that's probably gonna die anyway.
She was useful.
Are y'all done gossiping? We got some stuff we gotta handle.
I mean, she's not very rational, but I like her.
Yeah.
All right.
Growing on me.
Sorry, who are you again?
Adrian.
Adrian, right. Okay, so how many kids are we talking about here?
Enough to make it worth it to go find them.
Is that number high or low? I can't. All right.
There's no such thing as a high number anymore. But it's
Damn, Mage, she's like just trying to get right at me. All right.
Yeah.
Who's got him? Do we know?
Well, my guess would be the group of cultists a few clicks out that believes that they are here from the third coming and that the zombies.
Oh, the
are here
brown
to
robe
claim-
peeps?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They tried to kill. Okay, I think they were tracks outside, and they left a little a doohickey, and
All right. I'm almost certain I was gonna die probably just like 4 hours ago. Just settle. Please. Okay.
Okay.
Mage, you had eyes on how many are we gonna have to take out here?
Well, when I was in the compound, there was at least 10 plus. Not to mention all the Zerk that they're keeping there to unleash on folks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And like, if it was just 10, that wouldn't even be a problem. But these fuckers are strong, like unnaturally strong.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how some of the Zerk are like really strong because, you know, they ain't got the brains to tell their body that maybe they should have a limit? It's kind of
Yeah.
like that.
But like, they're not very bitey or what?
Yeah, they're not really bitey. They're more very punchy.
Punchy?
What?
Punchy I can deal with.
No, I don't like the sound of that. Can we? I'm gonna go try to find Gwen, and then y'all figure out what direction we need to go.
Who the fuck is Gwen?
You know, she said Gwen like 7 times, and it's supposed to be some doctor they got here. Yet I'm the one here patching folks up using my supplies. Like, I'm beginning to think either this Gwen doesn't exist or they ain't coming back.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I think I get it. All right. Yeah, your friend Gwen. We'll get Gwen back for sure, definitely. We gotta leave her behind, right? Like, if she's totally losing it, she's a liability too.
I mean, she threw a gun at somebody, dude.
Like the whole gun?
Yeah.
Like, did it have a knife on it or something? Or-
Oh, just like threw a revolver at somebody like in the movies.
I mean, that sounds kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Can you patch me up and we'll talk about this in a minute?
Yeah, you got your kit. Mine's getting a little exhausted. Oh, come on,
I'll rub
man.
some dirt in it. Yeah.
Nah,
I
come
was
here,
in a
got
damn helicopter crash.
That's why you put your kit on your vest.
Look,
Yeah, I got a little left. Let's see what we can do. Come on.
Thank you.
Adrian, y'all
make-
got like some duct tape or anything?
Make an effort to utilize your first aid, please.
while they're doing this, can I go get some ammunition, please? I need
Uh,
some bullets.
Go ahead and make a effort to, I'm gonna say, notice. And sorry, Mage, what was that? What'd you roll?
That's a 5.
Okay. Peeling away some of the outer jacket layer that's been shredded as part of the crash landing, the abrasive force that sliced it open to begin with. You apply a top tourniquet, ultimately try to seal some of the primary wound and then bandage it across with a little bit of extra support wrapped around to try and keep it closed, at least for the time being. Unable to repair or patch up any of the primary structural damage to the muscle tissue itself. You've at least helped maybe stave off some infection and additional blood loss risk, at least for the moment. As this is taking place, Adrian, you're able to comb through the supply inventory area to discover that the location where the ammunition was previously stored is devoid of any additional rounds. However,
Well, that's... Oh,
as
alright.
you are scouring through the location, almost a sense of urgency compelling you to lift, dig, and scoop, trying to find whatever you are able. You do find what appears to be a 6-chamber quick loader for a revolver, a drop plug reloader, but those are the only rounds that you are able to locate as part of that investigative process.
So what exactly does that mean?
You have 6 rounds and a revolver
you.
quick loader. As you eventually return, you see Mage finishing the rest of the bandage work on Taurus's form, still playing with the slide of his pistol as it sits in his holder, something in the vein of a bit of a nervous tick, causing him to try to distract himself, at least for the moment, before he looks at Mage briefly, then looks at you as you enter the room. Well, I suppose if we're gonna make an attack on a cultist camp, oh, that just sounds so badass. We'll need to armor up. You got a gun for me? I left one here, but it's long range only.
I mean, you can check what we got. I found 6 rounds, but they're mine. So we can probably find you something.
Okay.
But
Mage, what are you working with?
We don't have a lot.
Just the bow?
But, hey, man, ammo's reusable and they never hear it coming.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Has a lot
Well-
of benefits, yeah.
Well, next time we see a target at 1,000 yards, we'll test your bow. How about that?
Ooh, 1,000?
Oh, well, not a problem for me. I don't know about you, but whatever.
Okay, this is all real cute and everything, but can we maybe...
Well, bigger number, better operative is what I say. So 1,000 yards. Anyway,
Is that okay? All right, that's what
pretty
we're
sure
doing right
that's
now.
the
All right.
rule for when we used to work.
All right.
Look,
Well,
the
let's get your gun.
yeah, I left it in the closet nearby. I'll go snag it in a sec here. But the one, as Taurus is talking to you, the conversation is interrupted by the sound of Zerk. Do you have something smaller and more readily available by chance?
I've got a knife.
A knife?
I've got scissors.
Scissors.
They work real well.
Mate, she just said she had scissors.
Yeah, I know.
And you see him bring his arm up, kind of press check the slide up against his chest, pop out the mag and look at it, re sealing the mag in the well, all tight and close to his body. We got 7 rounds left. Maybe we get him in a line.
You don't miss.
Right, exactly. It doesn't sound like too many. Let's go see what's going
Let me
on.
go take a look. You two save your rounds, your loud noisemakers. Let me go see what I can do.
You're just a sweetheart, mage. You know that? You're just a sweetheart.
I missed you too, sweetie.
Fuck off. And you see Horace beginning to shuffle towards the door as you turn to walk forward. Gwen, after a long walk and a distant and somewhat disorienting journey, you find yourself approaching the exterior of the school from some distance, pushing up the chain link fence, seeing now a new portion of it that has been caved and twisted. A scattered, undense mass of Zerk seem to be randomly roaming the parking lot. Probably just under a dozen or so in total. The lights that would normally illuminate some of the school's interior are dim. You see no other immediate signs of life. And the exact same third coming cultist that you vaguely recall squeezing off the luckiest round you fired in some time is pronounced among the Zerk walking around in the parking lot, the brown robes cutting a silhouette in the late night at this point. What would you like to do?
This particular Zerk, the cultist, is behaving the same as the other ones?
Correct.
Interesting. Does it seem like from where I'm standing, there is an opportunity for me to just very quietly move towards the school without attracting much attention? Is there a route, like something I can duck behind or a way I can take to avoid having to deal with them?
Moving nimbly and quietly, probably easy enough considering their spacing. To do so without being noticed or seen, probably much harder given their random placement and angles. Whether or not that immediately presents a dire threat to you is a matter for your consideration. Before you are able to make such a choice, though, I would also like you to make an effort to endure, please.
Ooh, okay. 5.
Okay. After the long walk back, after the injuries you've sustained, and despite your skill and propensity for getting yourself patched and bandaged, you find yourself fatigued. Not necessarily on your best foot, and despite your compensatory unconscious time, your lack of sleep from the night before, and the exertion of the day's efforts just previous are leaving you a little bit winded, difficulty focusing, but you recognize you're still inherently with it, though your body is lagging behind your mind at this point in time. You're going to engage in a hindrance that includes a -1 to your deafness and physique. Now, with the scattered mass of Zerk in the front parking lot and no other immediate signs of life, what would you like to do?
Inside is better than outside, so I am gonna try my best to get as close to the school as I can without having to run or make any sudden movements, but I will definitely run if they seem to notice me towards whatever door is nearest.
An effort to utilize your grace, please.
Okay. 6.
moving towards the opening in the fence, finding yourself stepping across the threshold onto the asphalt of the parking lot. Probably no more than 75 feet separating you from the primary entrance. There is very little to utilize in the way of cover. But hoping that quiet movements and quick and subtle shifts seal the deal, your navigation forward begins. As you are traversing and traveling through, it's not particularly long after you actually hear this shriek from the parking lot across the way. Slowly, you see multiple Zerk on one side of the parking lot begin to turn, this hive mind of directionality almost beginning to shift awkwardly. Sensory functions of these creatures beginning to kick up. And all of a sudden, you now are at the epicenter of a focus that is a loose circle beginning to move your direction.
How far is the door?
Probably another 50 or so feet.
50 feet? Okay. I'm gonna try to run while they're still spread out, so I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run and run some more.
Make an effort to utilize your fitness, please.
Okay. Fitness it's really good.
You are going to be well prepared for this as well, as we are hyping.
Oh, okay, that's a 4.
Okay. You
From a
don't entirely stumble forward, but your legs, the fatigue, the injury sustained from the bite on your calf leaves you limping and quickly trying to shuffle and shamble forward. It seems as if it will be a close call, but as you are reaching the threshold of where this one section of the circle enclosing around you, the threshold you have to break through to find safety in the metallic door of the school beyond, you see the door almost kicked open. The loud cry again, and Mage, as you emerge into the front entrance of the school, you see a mass of surprisingly tightly packed Zerk, and now probably a dozen or so forms covered in blood. What would you like to do? Sorry, again?
Oh, I said I did not sign up for this shit. Let's see. So there's a giant, almost mosh pit of Zerk and somebody limping through it to the door.
Limping shamble, a form covered in blood like many of the rest of them. Let me say, make an effort to notice, please.
All right, let's try to notice.
Be well prepared for this as well.
10.
Okay. Despite the shambling and uncoordinated nature of all of the Zerk coming towards you, there is a distinctly conscious level of effort and a strain you can recognize on the face even at a distance. Injured, undoubtedly. But it seems as if in the scattered mess of this tightly compacted cell of Zerk in front of you, there does appear to be an uninfected individual making their way towards the school.
If you're not a Zerk and you know it, clap your hands. All right. Got a live one over here. So how much distance is between this survivor and the Zerk party?
10 feet.
Shit. Can I kind of dart out, grab them, and pull them back through and try to shut the door before the Zerk catch up? Because that's too many.
The Zerk are 10 feet away from Gwen, but between you and Gwen. There is no one portion of the circle still separating the two of you from a unhindered approach.
Have the Zerk noticed me?
Following your sing-songy declaration, it seems as if they're probably aware, shifting focus on the periphery of the circle, but due to proximity, due to a sort of collected inertia from this mass, they still seem to be highly concentrated on Gwen for the moment.
Hey, you two, we might need those noisemakers after all. There's somebody trying to run over here. I'm guessing it's one of your friends or something. And there's like a nice little Zerk party in between me and them. And that's just way too many for me to try to take out. So if you want to save them, yeah.
As Taurus is sitting there spinning his pistol in his hand, using the trigger guard to sort of wrap it around, you hear his comms kind of activate, somewhere buzzing nearby, looks up for a brief moment. Now, no matter what happens next, you make sure that Mage knows I'm the one who saved him, okay? And he begins leaving out of the door and pushing towards the entryway, or stopping after probably about 10 or so feet, looking back. Are you coming? Do you have scissors or what? What's the deal?
Oh my god, y'all are the reason I didn't want to teach middle school. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Middle school?
I said what I said.
I went to full 11th grade.
No, shh. I'm just gonna keep walking.
And he begins moving forward, holding the pistol out, the injured arm draped across his stomach, moving in the direction of the entryway, slowly accelerating pace as they begin moving forward. Gwen, as the circle Zerk around you, they appear as if they're going to be closing in, a potentially friendly face now visible in the near horizon. What would you like to try and do before this circle collapses inward?
Well, if I still have my gun that I took out of the barn, can I get one of them and make a hole for myself and go that way? Kind of like zigzag out of the circle and go back?
Make an effort to utilize your accuracy, please.
Okay. Is it still well prepared?
It is. You would be well prepared, yes.
Okay, 9.
Okay. So, as you raise your weapon up, finding whatever strength you can still muster, a pair of quick bursts, cutting down 2 of them directly in front of you, rounds on target. Mage, just off to the either side of you, within a distance of about 10 feet, bullets penetrating the mushy and soft forms of these Zerks splash into the brick of the school behind you, as you see Gwen beginning to try and charge forward with this collective limp moving your direction. As
you're almost here,
Gwen begins to move by them. I'll need you to make an effort to endure, please, Gwen.
5.
Okay. Fighting the fatigue, still continuing to push forward. Mage, you observe that as she slinks past the closing gap of arms looking to grab out, the Zerk that would normally trail, lashing out, looking to try and capture their prey through some uncoordinated and desperate means, they make no such attempt as Gwen rushes and limps away, and you see them turn and begin to navigate towards the front door, almost having to refocus, recentering their connection to some stimuli.
Okay. That's odd.
I'm hustling.
So since The Zerk don't seem to be really paying attention to this person anymore. How far away are they from me now?
They're shambling towards you with a bit of a limp at about 20 feet, trying to accelerate your direction.
Would it be possible for me to dart out, scoop them up in a fireman's carry, and run back in?
Make an effort to utilize your fitness, please.
Fitness. That is a 6.
As you begin pushing out, not a particularly distant gap, the Zerk that were trailing Gwen only moments ago have this fidget, this almost physiological tick that you're observing. Their movement still scattered and random. Their shambling, their gait, their progression forward consistent with what you've known and seen probably many times before at this point, though uncharacteristically stilted and jarring. Just peering in now to the periphery of your view, there is this almost soft ashen rain that seems to be coasting down these gray snowflakes that are now just cascading into view. Something untoward or unusual causing a standout reaction from them. Make an effort to notice, please.
6.
So as you quickly gather up Gwen in your arms, looking to alleviate and take some of the weight off, quickly throwing her arm over your shoulder, looking to at least provide some bracing support as you turn and rush back towards the front door. It's almost syncopated, coordinated when you hear it. And on top of the school, front hands dug into the concrete itself, hind legs also on the very edge of it, like it is perched. This elongated humanoid form, arms and legs distended and distorted, but staring down, almost as if it's been watching.
Well, fuck a duck. That is not good. Hey, how are you doing? Meet a lot of guys out here. We should probably get in the building quickly.
What is that?
As soon as you look up, recognize this ambush position you've been painted in. Pushing off of its hind legs, almost like a dart to propel itself downward. These elongated fingers, these bones ripping through skin to provide some semblance of a claw, are diving at you. A ballistic missile of bone looking to pounce on the pair of you as you move backwards.
Can I
Please
shoot
make-
it?
I'll give you an opportunity to utilize your accuracy in a desperate situation.
Okay, that's fair.
I would just like to state that if this thing is launching itself at us, I will detach myself from my dead weight if I need to.
Supporting Gwen would make it impossible to use your bow, at least for the moment.
6.
Okay. Raising up the automatic weapon with one hand, trying to utilize the lean and support of your temporary companion and ally. You begin moving forward and shooting at the same time. A quick bursting spray again ringing forward from the weapon, firing upwards in an almost erratic fashion. Please roll a d4.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Instead of these missile-like tendrils charging into Mage's chest, the creature is quickly riddled. A small line of rounds going through its chest, causing it to spin and spiral. Its trajectory unchanged, though its focus clearly impeded. I will need both of you. Please make an effort to utilize your physique, please.
Both of us?
Correct.
That's a 6.
That's a 0.
As the form of this creature smashes into your collected force, when you are thrown to the ground with Verve and Mage, you are knocked back as this surprisingly sizable creature bounces off of you before landing on the ground, quickly trying to right itself. If this is your primary focus, it's easy to see how you may not notice 2 additional forms appearing in the doorway. Now, at the entrances, Adrian and Taurus arrive, but you now stand face to face with a hunter Zerk. Adrian, what would you like to do?
I would like to freak out a little bit. Oh God, okay, all right. But I have my revolver and I have some ammunition. I have some rounds. I'm gonna yell out for Gwen. Gwen, get her, get up! And I'm gonna try to shoot at the big scary Zerk.
Okay. Because you have a quick loader, I will say you can perform the combined action of the reload and attempt to utilize the weapon. However, before you do that, given the chaotic nature of the parking lot in front of you, I'm going to ask you to make an effort to focus first.
Okay, all right. I just want everyone to remember I've got a punctured lung, so everybody. Okay, all right, doing great. That's a 6.
Okay. Even through the uncomfortable wheeze and strain of the interior portion of your organs and form, you are able to focus on the task at hand, quickly popping open the chamber, spinning the release on the speed loader, and quickly closing the cylinder yet again, providing you a loaded weapon. Make an effort to utilize your accuracy.
That's a 4.
Okay. Mage, as you are readying yourself to take some type of reactionary action, looking at this distended, jowled creature directly in front of you, the form rearing up, you hear additional shots directly from behind you ring out, though the creature seems largely unfazed in terms of the immediate reaction as it begins to wind up.
As it's kind of winding up and jowls distended, I would like to just kind of clear everything else away, knock an arrow, and then just focus on putting one through its gullet, through its mouth, its open mouth.
So it is right on top of you, so this would be a very difficult execution.
Ooh. I don't suppose I can backpedal a little bit before I can do this, can I?
Sure. The circle of Zerks still wandering the parking lot are beginning to close in. You can back into them if you'd prefer.
Ooh, no, not a better option. Screw it. I'm just gonna take the shot. Don't really have much else to do. And
all right.
Yeah.
As it begins to rear back, its claws once again looking to find purchase in your form, make an effort to utilize your accuracy in a desperate situation. As you see Mage quickly unshouldering his bow, Taurus looks at you, Adrian. You have to shoot him in the head. And raises his arm, looking to try and focus for a brief moment as the creature's shifting form, not wanting to hit his former operative partner. What did you roll, Mage?
I rolled a 9.
Okay. So you again hear shots ring out as the pistol from the doorway discharged. This time, seemingly rocking the form for a brief moment, causing a window of opportunity as it doesn't immediately follow through with its first swing, having to brace itself for the briefest of moments, providing a quick window for you to take your shot. At close range, the end of the arrow probably leaving the notch as it's penetrating the target, an extremely difficult and position-based shot. I'll need you to go ahead and roll a d4 for me, please.
That's a 1.
Okay. The arrowhead, failing to land itself perfectly in the central T zone, emerges quickly through the back of this distended and bent neck, the vertebrae somewhat disjointed in a way that would have made this immediate lethality difficult to perform despite the true accuracy of your aim. A loud howl quickly ringing out from this creature as it thrashes and rails after the immediate damage it took. And without the ability to have the same level of composure that it would normally perform, it begins to swing and lash out wildly. Doing so, you find its claws scraping directly across the front of your vest. This massive tear as pockets and protective equipment shredded open. Please
Yep.
make an infection roll and send me the result. Seeing your immediate danger level, this present threat that seems to be bearing down on you, despite the accuracy of the first round of shots, you again hear the unloading of a pistol from the doorway beyond as Taurus begins squeezing off additional rounds, trying to provide you additional protection. Gwen, as you see this swipe cut through the front of the operative's vest directly in front of you, you now find yourself dazed, on edge. Make an effort to endure for me, please.
Six.
Finding the gumption, the overall constitution to raise yourself to your feet as your body seems to fight back, coaxing you and compelling you to just stay down. You eventually find your feet, this creature directly in front of you, reeling from additional shots that you see squeezed off from the doorway. And despite the accurate effort, none of them provide an immediately lethal shot to this creature. You probably have a small window of opportunity before this creature again tries to follow up on its instinctual pull. The door is 20 or so feet away from you, the horde encroaching in on you, now 10 feet behind, and this unusual specimen that is both aggressive and clearly dangerous just 5 feet off to your right. What would you like to do?
There are still Zerk between us and the door, correct?
No, you have now cleared the circle, and save for the hunter that is directly in front of Mage, you have no immediate obstacles between you and the front door of the school.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking backwards towards the door, and I'm gonna try to fire at this big thing again.
Okay. Make an effort
Yes.
to be accurate.
8.
Okay. As you are beginning to move forward, trying to just get an angle and provide yourself a little more clearance towards the door, another burst of gunfire entering the form of the Zerk. Go ahead and roll a d4, please.
2.
The form starting to become tattered. Portions and pockets of its chest falling open. The integral forces keeping it together clearly somewhat limited, though it maintains this scrambled, almost spindly drunk spider type of walk as it tries to stabilize itself from the damage that it's taking. Mage, your vest and armor shredded. This creature now stumbling from another burst of gunfire from Operative Taurus in the doorway. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put another arrow in it and just try to put this thing down once and for all.
Make an effort to utilize your accuracy, please.
8.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me, please.
That's a tray.
Okay. Finally finding a brief window of time. Operative Taurus providing you a small window through which this drunken stagger, this desperate attempt to coordinate limbs that almost seem uncooperative in some capacity. You see it kind of stop and stabilize this small window, a precursor to its readying of its next process before it undoubtedly wields one of its claws backwards before a forward strike again. And as it turns through this window of stability, you are just releasing your arrow. Seeing it again puncture through the side of the cheek, emerging through the backside of the neck, though this time traveling alongside the length and shaft of its crooked and distended neck. Ultimately seeing the Zerk collapse onto the ground. The horde behind you quickly approaching. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take my ass inside.
Okay. As you and Gwen are both moving towards the door. From not particularly far away, you begin to hear this sort of uncontrolled skidding the street and driveway beyond. David, as you and Charlie arrive on the scene, you find that there is an amassed horde, a collection of shambling individuals chasing a collection of shambling individuals. In the distance before your arrival, a brief spark of light in short bursts suggesting gunfire at play, though out of range of the actual noise from the report inside the confines of the vehicle. Charlie quickly gets out, closes the door, grabbing his shotgun. The fuck is going on here? Thought you said it was safe.
It was safe when I left.
David, this don't look fucking safe.
Okay, no, it's all right. It's all right. There's a back door. Let's go to the other door.
You're full of shit.
No, I'm not. Back door. Go this way, and we're gonna
If
go.
you get me
find
killed,
another
I'm gonna
entrance.
haunt the fuck out of you, David.
Well, if it looks that dangerous, feel free to run away.
Motherfucker.
I've got good shit in there.
Shamble. I'll bet you do have good shit. You better. I had a nice little trailer for you fuckers came and messed it. Just go. Lead the way. Leave me
All right.
outside here with all these fucking things walking around.
We're gonna try to go around and find another entrance, particularly if there's an entrance closest to mine and Gwen's sleeping area. I know that I have rocket launchers in there.
Okay. I'm gonna say make an effort to utilize your grace if you are looking to remain scene.
Yes, absolutely. That's an 8 for me.
Okay. Recognizing the danger of the moment, looking to press forward, finding yourself navigating around the perimeter with relative ease, you hear a branch break behind you as Charlie does not seem to be translating that your movements have silenced considerably compared to his. And as you turn to look at him, almost this definitive sense of don't make another noise, the dagger staring in your eyes. Charlie seems oblivious to the notion as he, out loud, still holding his shotgun, "What are you stopping for? Are we going somewhere? Where are you taking us?" And you
We're going
see
in the
some
back
of
door.
the Zerk from the parking lot begin to shift and turn your direction. Oh, shit, David, I'm sorry. That one's on me.
Let's try to be a little more quiet as we get in there. We don't want to make too much noise, too much ruckus, or they're going to just follow us right in the back door. Right?
Hardly seems
The key
the point
to
now,
a
David.
rocket launcher.
You tell me to be quiet and you're going for a rocket launcher, David. Have you made sense of the plan yet?
I want them to all be in one place when I shoot the goddamn rocket launcher.
That's smart. That's smart. All right.
All right, come on, let's move. Let's move.
Yep. We're running again. Damn it. And Charlie now kind of doing
Silently,
this.
though.
Oh, shit. Right. Okay, let me just do this. One step. Sort of talking out loud, narrating his stealth process behind you, ultimately seeing you around to the 3/4 side, the northeastern edge of the perimeter, where a small shed, what would have stored baseball bats and sporting equipment for the school kids and things of that nature, now largely hollowed out, most of its potentially useful implements brought inside as part of your inventory, but a small repository tucked away from a stash that you had made personal for this instance. What would you like to do?
Take a moment, kind of look through everything that we've got in here. And this all seems to be untouched, right? As I'm here, I'm not getting a weird sense like someone's gone through my stuff.
No, it seems like this area is largely untraversed due to its lack of value outside of what you've hidden here.
All right, cool. In that case, I'm going to reach down. I'll pull out some shotgun ammo, hand it to Charlie. I will kind of throw back a tarp and pull out from under something hidden kind of under and behind a box where I've got the rocket launchers hidden. I'll just grab one of them for the time being and make my way out.
What is that,
towards
David?
The front of the thing.
What you got there? Is that?
This is
that? Oh my God.
So you hold it like this, you pull the trigger, everything blows up.
I don't know if
That's
you got
what
me
it
in.
does.
Clearly you have some kind of questionable connection. Look, I'm just looking for a safe place to bunk up, so I didn't see anything.
Hey.
So you're fine, David.
Charlie,
all right.
I'm gonna take care of you. Take 2
What do you
deep breaths
mean?
for me. We're gonna go. Take 2 deep breaths for me. I'm gonna take care of you. Everything's gonna be fine. I gotta get them fuckers away from the school where everyone I know and love is right now. Okay?
Smart.
All right, so let's go. I'll talk all about it later. Put a hand on his shoulder as I walk by. He used to know a guy from MI6, and I'll keep moving.
MI6. As Gwen and Mage eventually reach the threshold of the school itself, you do hear a car screeching up, tires skidding to a halt, lights quickly cutting off as this pickup style truck reaches the edge of the perimeter. What would you like to do, if anything?
really, really like this vest. Shit. All right,
It's fine. We'll
let's-
stitch it up. Okay. We'll get a picture of me just sewn into the gaps, and then you'll always know who saved you. Come on, let's go.
God damn it. All right. We
Taurus
gotta
tries
move
to pull
away
you
before all
inside.
those things. Yep. I'll let him.
Okay. Gwen and Adrian, are you doing anything right away?
I'm just waiting for Gwen to get in.
Yeah, I'll just stumble in and try to make
on,
sure the
come
door
on,
closes
okay.
behind us.
All right, we'll just close it and that's good enough. All right.
Okay.
I'll have a key.
So, quickly finding yourselves inside the safety of the large door, the built-in locking mechanisms that bolt directly into the iron frame around it see you, for the moment at least, in a position of safety. The sound of infected directly outside the door, now ultimately giving way to a little bit of a pounding collection, a scattered mass of them, still looking to move through the immediate area, but now a protective barrier between the two of you.
Are you all right? You okay?
Yeah, we need to move further in.
Right.
What happened here?
They took the kids, and I'll kind of pull her along after kind of following the same path as Mage and Taurus, and just kind of tug her along. And they were here, and they took the kids, and well, I heard from Malcolm too. It's all a mess. It's all a mess. We need to get away from the door, and then we can figure out what we need to do.
Wait. Who took the kids? And what did Malcolm say?
The people, the cloaked people with the cloaks and the
Oh,
they took the kids, and Malcolm. I guess I still have my radio on me. I haven't heard anything. But
you just did. You just said that you did hear something, though. What did you hear?
Gwen.
You guys do realize that there are Zerks at that door, and we're
moving away from the door.
in.
We're already moving. We're following you. We're walking and talking. Gwen, I think things went a little south, and
What?
Malcolm, it's David.
What about him?
Okay. I think that I don't know if he's coming back. When?
That's what Malcolm sent you a message to tell you that he didn't know if David was coming back?
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. He couldn't save Malcolm couldn't save David.
So David has died? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Well, give me that radio.
Okay. I'm just gonna hand her the radio. And then I'm gonna I assume at that point we kind of paused, and I'll just kind of keep ushering her after giving her the radio.
As this conversation is taking place, Mage and Taurus walking directly behind you. Mage, you feel your shoulder pulled from the side as Taurus points towards your abdomen. You're leaking, brother.
Here so. Let me just use the last of my first. Oh, wait. Don't have any.
Don't be a prick. How bad?
I still look better than you. I mean, that's not hard, but.
That puts you in bad territory, though.
Yeah, I know. Maybe this
Mage,
doctor
make
that I just
an
got
effort
cut up
to
trying
endure.
rescue can.
The other doctor, we can get the other doctor, the one who's got a cure. I don't know, maybe she's carrying around an armpit or something. And as you see this flash of nervousness begin to press onto Operative Taurus's face for a brief moment, you're compelled to let out a bit of a cough. A small spot of blood on the instinctual portion of your arm where you've reflexively grown to cover it. Shit. How much time?
Yep.
How much time we got, Mage?
Couple hours, probably. Couple hours. If that.
Mage, you have entered stage 1 of infection. You have a -1 to your acuity, to your deafness, and your physique. Couple hours. Can you amputate the torso?
Do you hear yourself?
Shut up, man, I'm thinking. What do we do?
Well, unless this doctor of yours happens to have a cure on him, which I'm doubting.
Her name's
Wait.
Kim.
Do they? Does Kim have an antidote?
I don't know. It was a pickup job. I didn't ask any questions.
Actually, you know what?
No, I don't.
I've got it.
What?
Hey, Dr. Lady.
Her name's Gwen.
Dr. Gwen.
What?
First of all, nice to see that you're actually real and not an imaginary friend. Second, if I happen to know of someone who had an immunity to infection and say, I don't know, got a blood transfusion from them, would that give me immunity?
I mean, it's highly unlikely that we would be able to do it before the infection has taken hold of most of the tissue. I mean, if you're infected, you're dying from the inside out. There's really very little we can do at this point,
Okay,
I think.
all right, Gwen, we've
Wow,
talked
you
about
are
this.
very cheerful. Okay.
Yeah, we're working
But
on it,
direct.
okay?
Fuck her, Mage. Don't worry about that. What other options we got? Something. We can do something.
I can storm that compound trying to die rescuing some kids and hopefully kill.
I mean,
a
fucking
couple
trying to
of
die
suckers along the way.
rescuing some kids. Fuck them kids.
What? No!
Not literally. God. Unreal. Maybe
Maybe have a sandwich. I don't know.
Gwen, Mage, and Adrian, I need all of you to make an effort to endure.
But I think we're doing okay.
Are we? Are we?
No. Probably
8.
not.
4.
3.
Mage and Adrian, please roll a d4.
Is this a consequence roll?
Is it good or bad?
It is.
It's always bad. It's always bad.
It's
Come
always
on now.
bad.
This
Okay,
is
I'm gonna
consequence
use my-
against.
Ew. Wait. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use my situational awareness, so I'm gonna have 3.
Okay. So as this conversation is taking place and a very, very small huddle seems to have amassed, probably not more than 20, 30 feet from the entryway, providing a little separation as you're walking and talking. There's a very brief hiss that seems to stop the pounding that you're hearing on the outside door, this audible quietness, this disturbing sensation of silence for just the briefest of moment before a massive explosion rocks the front entrance of the school as a RPG crashes through the entryway, in addition to the massive collection of Zerk directly in front of the door.
Who are you people? And why does trouble follow you so fucking closely?
You find yourselves jarred and rocked, this ringing of your ears immediately settling in as you look over to see Taurus leaning up against the wall, slumped for a brief moment as shards of glass and debris seem to litter the left side of his body. And a metal shard of some notable size all of a sudden having lodged itself into the shoulder area of Adrian, standing there with a brief moment of shock. Adrian, please make an effort to endure.
Eight.
Okay. You instinctually go to grab at it, feel your skin and muscle fight back as you almost try to pull it out before holding it in place for a brief moment, stilling your mind. No vital, no lethal damage, but clearly a definitive and rather hindering wound as this shrapnel from the now separated doorway scattered all through the area. Mage and Gwen, both of you able to maintain focus. The ringing in your ears now the main focal point as you try to gather your senses. I'll need both of you to please make an effort to focus.
Seven.
6?
Okay. Both of you are able to settle in the duplication of your vision, ultimately beginning to square in. David, as you emerge in through the front entryway, stepping over the tattered parts and pieces of the horde that had gathered out, now probably in excess of 12 or so individual Zerk forms, you do see that there are individuals you are not familiar with sitting in the hallway. One leaning up against the wall on the ground, struggling to aim a pistol in your direction. Gwen holding her head and ears, state of shock still kind of washing across her form. A heavy operative vest-clad Avenger in black now standing in the middle of the hallway, just getting senses back together. What would you like to do?
Kind of take a step in through the door as the smoke clears, take a second and look in and just go, oh, fuck, was that me? Shit, sorry about that. Okay, hold up. Is everyone okay? And I'll like drop the actual launcher of the rocket launcher and just kind of let it slide down on the ground next to one of these operatives. I'm sure they're operatives from one of those groups that tends to fuck with our lives. And I'll kind of move forward and check on Gwen first and see how she's doing. I'll be like, Charlie, help me make sure they're okay.
Charlie steps in, kind of very tiptoey, stepping over body parts. Holy shit, David. What in the fuck? And comes in to see the now collected mass of hurt and injured individuals. David, this isn't safe at all. This isn't safe at all, David. You just blew up the door. You blew up the door!
All right, I didn't think it was gonna have that large of a blast radius, okay? I've only fired one of these once before.
You knew it was a rocket. Have you not seen behind enemy lines? A good one. You should catch it.
No, I've not seen that. Gwen, how are you? Are you okay?
I'll just, stumble forward, kind of collapse into David's arms.
Like, looking at her eyes like...
I thought you... What is Malcolm said that you were dead to Adrian or something?
Did he now? That's interesting.
Where's Malcolm?
That's a long story, and I would be happy to tell it. Maybe in a slightly safer place where we can all take a bit of a breather.
Yeah, I got a piece of metal stuck in.
Okay, let's get somewhere quiet and we can start dealing with all of this.
Charlie, you got any first aid equipment in that pack of yours, or this one that I got, for that matter?
No. I got some Mountain Blast soda. Will that help?
Yes, it will.
You know what?
Yeah, I think sugar does something.
Okay, I got one of those little travel packs in the shed. I'll grab that on the way out. Are y'all able to stand? I'm gonna start trying to help people to their feet. Can y'all walk?
I'm sorry. Who are you? That just blew up the front entrance, shattered glass, and our eardrums?
It's David.
Charlie.
The one you just said was dead?
Apologize for that.
Really, he's not dead. I don't know what's going on. I just know that I need to sit down.
Okay, how do you have a rocket launcher, and how did you get here?
Well,
I drove.
You know,
Charlie.
I'm trying to shuffle people towards the inner, more somewhere where I can start examining people while I'm still conscious and let's fucking go. People.
I will need both Mage and Gwen actually to make an additional effort to endure, please.
8.
Okay. Gwen fighting against the lethargy and the brain taking over her form. Mage, you can begin to feel the effects not immediately worsening, but certainly still working their way through you. But after a short time, with no immediate threat present outside the door anymore, and likely some scattered mess to at least begin checking the area at some point, the immediacy of your surroundings is still and quiet. Pushing back towards the location where the kids were babysat and some of your equipment and items were stored, you eventually find yourself in a secluded location, providing Gwen an opportunity to take stock, individuals an opportunity to communicate, and continuing to sort of rub his forehead, scratching the side of his temple with the rear sights of his pistol, somewhat begrudgingly coming along, Operative Taurus following up with the rest of the group before eventually seeing you all seated together. What would you all like to do?
Would like to take my bow and what's left of my quiver and hand them to Taurus.
What am I going to do with this? I'm going to feed it to
him?
him?
It's no long gun, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. Put the pointy in the other people.
It's better than throwing a gun at him, I guess.
We've got some ammo and weapons too. I've got a little more where that came from.
Were you holding my gun?
Oh, this one?
Good thing we didn't go looking for it, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it. Ari gave it to me. Said that I might be able to use it since no one else here knew how to.
No one else knew how to, mage. You hear that?
Well, you weren't here, so apologies.
Yep.
But you can have it back now if you'd like.
Fine. It's fine.
David,
mage, lay
are
down.
you a doctor
Let's see
as
what we
well?
can do.
Oh shit, no, I'm a chef.
Well,
But
I read the same book we all did. Lay back, mage. I'll provide
I'm laying.
diagnostic.
Maybe.
And
Maybe
he
we
tries
should
to
let-
kind of check over your form a little bit. Gwen, what are you
Okay,
doing
Gwen.
right away?
While all of that's happening, I'm helping Adrian first. Trying to ration the lidocaine and I don't want to sedate her, but I'm gonna give her a little something because I gotta get this piece of metal out of her. So I'm doing all that while they're doing whatever they're doing.
Okay. Make an
And
effort
I
to
got a
utilize
hole
your
in my
first
lung.
aid, please.
When I had a hole in my lung.
I can see that.
No, it's the other one.
17.
Okay. Taking efforts to examine the entry wound of the debris shrapnel, assessing it is safe to remove and quickly staunching it with a stuff pack to at least staunch the immediate flow of blood. Probably additional work to close the wound due for the near future, but enough to remove it and prevent it from causing additional tendon damage within. As you are adjusting to the shock and pain of the quick procedure, there's some shifting and adjustment as Gwen seems to have made some improvements to the breathe right dynamic that was inserted to keep your lung active, making assessments for the tube, some small realignments and adjustments to try and optimize, causing you to draw a slightly deeper breath with each small and minute adjustment.
Thank you.
You'll be all right. Well, I mean,
It's
unclear.
Eventually, but it's fun.
Right,
This is good. Right here. Right here's good. This is thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
You did. That was perfect. Yep. Thank
As
Where
Adrian's,
is everybody else? Ari
you don't
and
see
everyone.
Ari or Fiona anywhere nearby, and none of the kids are present in the storage room right now.
Right, they got. Yeah, that's
you.
right.
I think I
that's
got
right.
yeah. What were you saying
Mage.
about as Adrian?
Yeah, as Adrian finds her oxygen levels increasing rather dramatically in short order and almost getting a sense of control sort of returning slowly to her body from the sort of heaving exhaustion that she's been compelled through. You look up at Taurus, who's kind of examining over you, sort of just loosely patting at your chest a little bit, kind of looking at some of the wounded area. I think you're gonna die.
What? I wasn't expecting this. This is so sudden.
Don't be a smartass. Mage, there's nothing I can. I can't.
Yeah, I know. But I want you to do something for me. When you get a chance, this is real important. I need you to go and get a smoked turkey club with extra thick bacon and Miracle Whip. None of that mayonnaise bullshit, but Miracle Whip and some barbecue chips on the side.
Are you already going into like a fever dream? What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
but I'm not going to be able to eat my last meal, so you might as well. All right, if you're done poking at my open wounds, I'm going to get up and go and try to do something with my last moments. Oh, fuck, that hurts. All right.
You
As the
see
two
Operative Taurus
operatives-
move to the corner and sit down, remaining pretty much entirely quiet. His elbows folded onto his knees, head sulked down, and sort of detaches himself from the group for a moment. David, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, as the two operatives are finishing up, I would like to move over there and talk to them. Maybe particularly, I don't know either of their names, but Mage. Just ask like, all right, so who are y'all with? Are y'all with the Archangels or some other organization? I met some of your folk before.
Archangels. Yep.
All right, you got cool names like, I don't know, Pony or Dog or something?
Mage.
Oh,
That jackass is Taurus.
oh, so you probably know like Bastion and
Good man.
Kesh and all of them.
Yep.
I hold up and I'll pull out my notepad and flip through a couple pages. I got a message to give to you from Bastion, and I'll just kind of turn it for you to look and read. There's told me to
You
give
see
that to
Taurus
you.
begin to walk over and starts looking at it.
Hey T, this one's gonna be on you now.
You think it's still there?
I mean, probably.
I mean, we still got to get the doctor, though. That's a shot. It's a real shot.
Yeah, I love how you're still saying we too.
Man, fuck you. And you see Taurus turn and begin to take his seat back in the corner again.
Hey, y'all said y'all had a truck. Can I borrow that? And when I say borrow, can I take? Because I'm probably not bringing it back.
It's technically not my truck. You can take that up with Charlie over there. But how bad is it? And what are you trying to do?
Well, there's a compound not too far from here that's got a bunch of assholes in brown robes that believe that they are a religious coming or some bullshit.
I'm familiar.
And I figured, I make a bunch of noise, floor that truck. I could probably run over a good 5, 6 of them before I go.
Well, yeah, possibly. I don't know. So I just came from there.
What were you
Excuse
doing
me,
over
say
there?
what?
Well, I was doing my watch. There was a guy at the fence. I'd never seen him before. Spoke to him. Then all these people started coming out of nowhere. I got...
Was his
knocked out.
name Isaac?
Yes.
Did he have very well pressed pants?
Yes. So wait, y'all already...
Oh.
Yeah, that was the group that I ran into
told
on
you
my
about
way
before
here.
I left.
Oh, that's also the group that attacked the.
Well, we don't have time to mince words. So, Isaac believes that I am also among the chosen. I've been sent back here, actually, to retrieve... I'm
Hallelujah.
guessing you, Mage.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't...
Why do they want Mage?
I didn't ask any questions.
Well, that's
wouldn't?
a sordid story. Let's just say I was there for a short time. Me and Isaac had some words. I told him he seemed real lonely and that he could perform certain acts on some Zerk, and he did not take that well.
Explains a lot, actually. He was not friendly when I met him.
Oh, is he the one that took the kids?
Probably.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't see any kids when I was there, but...
Well then. Well, we gotta go get him.
Well,
You say that. I got another RPG in the shed.
what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. Just use one. Got 1 more.
Okay, well that's good because I've only got 5 bullets left. So,
Can I borrow
And-
your truck and have that RPG?
Say we go for a drive.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Charlie kind of comes in from around the hall. Sorry, what's going on? I was miles away.
These fellas would like to borrow your truck to go and save some kids.
Sure,
Well,
we'll go with that.
Fuck. This is bullshit. How am I supposed to say no to that? That's
Right?
twice now you've
Your
left me with no
cooperation is
choice at all,
appreciated.
David.
Hey, but you are with other folks who are not Zerk, who are trying to help other people, and that's something.
If I look at Operative Taurus, does he look like his wounds might be manageable with some care, or does he also look like a lost cause?
Make an effort to utilize your first aid.
Okay. 18.
So, based on the length of the wound, the severity of the bleeding, the nature of the way he's holding himself, and the seemingly slightly more recovered comparison to even some of Adrian's more recent wounds, it doesn't seem as if Operative Taurus is in any immediate danger of sort of giving way to his injuries. There's certainly a hindrance and a blockade to top-tier functionality, but he is otherwise seemingly more enthusiastic than he has been in the moments previous, looking to take a short trip.
They're expecting us, but they aren't expecting us now. We might be able to eliminate this if we go immediately. Kind of glancing at Mage. You, though, to Taurus, you're salvageable.
Salvageable. You hear that, Mage?
Next.
I'm salvageable.
Different word next time,
Yeah.
Gwen.
Yeah, you're salvageable like a Ford Taurus. Yeah.
Jokes aside, you actually might live if you decide whatever you need to do is important, whatever it is you're looking for. If you give me a little time to look you over, we leave in about 45 minutes.
Look, Mage over. How long do we got? Put some doctor's eyes on it.
How long do I think Mage has?
Make an effort to utilize your first aid, please.
$18.
Mage, please make an effort to endure.
$3.
As you begin pressing into the wounds, looking to check for depth and severity, the blood that spurts out from some of the mangling incisions has a tinge of black to it. You can already see some of the veins chewing up through exposed portions of the torso, and the first push into his abdomen just to check internal organ reflex sees Mage cough yet again, and now a more collected pool of blood splashing just outside the cheek. You would reasonably hazard a guess Mage will be dead within the hour.
And how far away? I had to walk for a while to get here, right? How far away do I think will Mage get there?
You could probably drive there, as long as you had a relatively straight shot and weren't doing any wood walking, probably in about 20 minutes, but it took you the better part of a few hours to get there. So
Sure.
there's
okay.
not a massive disparity as much as 4 to 5 hour walk versus a 20 to 30 minute drive. So
All right. Scratch the 45 minutes. We leave in 15.
Mage, you have also entered phase 2 of infection. You're going to receive a hindrance of another -1 to your physique, another -1 to your deafness. And now all acuity and wits rolls are desperate efforts as your brain begins to fog and cloud, the infection beginning to take root at the base of your limbic system as your body is trying to fight to stay active.
Look, I know y'all just got reunited and everything, but I am not long for this world. And the sooner we could leave, the better. I've got one last magic trick that I would like to deliver to Isaac before I go.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, let's start packing up. Maybe while Gwen takes a moment to look over. Did you say Taurus? We can, the rest of us, kind of get things ready to go, grab what we need.
And as you all go through the process of collecting your necessary items, is anyone not traveling with you? Is anyone looking to remain at the school?
We can leave a note.
Gwen, please make an effort to endure.
Six.
As everybody begins funneling out and you remove the limited access to the PPE that you have available, throwing the pair of gloves off to the side, you two feel your chest bind up for a brief moment and a cough. Sees your now bare and exposed hand, a small spot of blood on your palm. You've entered stage 1 of infection. You have a hindrance of a -1 to your deafness and your physique. Is there anything you would like to do right away?
Yeah, as everybody's getting ready to leave, I will pull David aside.
Okay.
Not far. I mean, far enough that we're out of earshot, maybe in the next room or something, but not far.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Yeah, what is it?
What happened with Malcolm?
Short version, I'll tell you the longer one later. Short version is, we go over there and he says we should split up. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Doesn't make sense, but trying to let the man feel like he knows what he's up to, right? So I go this way, he goes that way. Get maybe 10, 15 minutes apart. Guy starts taking pot shots at me from the roof of the building we were at. Shotgun, like way too far away. Told him this is never going to work, but guy lost it. So, anyways, he comes after me. We get into a little bit of a shootout. I meet old boy over there, Charlie. Some pterodactyls coming out of the sky, try to get us, and he got eaten by a pterodactyl. Like the dinosaur. It was a big Zerk pterodactyl. It's like
They fly now.
fucking 20-foot wide bat. I don't know. It's
Okay.
nasty.
Okay. I'm glad you're all right.
Yeah, I'm glad you're okay too.
I've been wanting to talk to you. I'm sorry about Malcolm. That's my fault, I think. We sort of had a very brief and shallow flirtation. We were at the zoo. I thought I was gonna die. It's comfortable.
Okay.
But I broke it off when you rescued us, and it seems that did not go well. I probably should have seen it coming, but I'm not the best at reading people. I'm sorry.
Wow. I mean, it explains several things, actually, but, you know, I'm sure we'll you know, can talk through some of that a little bit later. It's now. Why are you telling me this right now?
I'm also gonna pull out, it's kind of a small and really tattered like notebook that you would know I've been taking notes in always, and I'm gonna hand that to you. And I'm gonna hand you basically almost everything that I have on my person. Inside this notebook are very detailed instructions about what little I've been able to gather, but more importantly, how to help somebody if they're in some sort of medical emergency. There's a few different scenarios, the most likely ones you'll encounter. If I'm not around, then you'll know exactly what to do.
But you're always going to be around, so...
Well, technically, no. I got bit, David.
Well, where? We fix it, right?
Well, no. There's really nothing that can be done.
Okay, what if we were at like really like high-end medical facility, could, you know, I don't know, like can amputation help? Or like I'm not a doctor. Surely there's got to be something we could do if we had a facility with the right stuff.
Well, I am a doctor. I don't think we're not there yet. Some of my notes in here might help, so if you come across anybody that seems like they know what they're doing, I need you to give this information to them. They were doing weird stuff in that zoo, David. This one little girl, there's something's going on. Anyway, yeah. I just probably only have a couple of days at best.
Days?
So, moves fast.
No.
I was gonna ask, well, neither of those two seem as capable as I was hoping. One of them's on his way out the door. So, I need someone to help me. Would love to do this as humanely as possible. That's a big ask, I realize that. I could ask Adrienne. She's a little soft, but I don't know, maybe. I don't want her crying all over me while she puts me under. That sounds awful. Just let me go the other way, you know?
Just gonna reach out a hand and just kind of like cup Gwen's face. I'll do whatever you need me to do. What are you asking of me right now?
What I'm asking is, I don't want to be one of those things that's roaming around out there. I don't want to.
Sure.
If I gotta go, then I'd rather go as me. So,
Okay.
there are also instructions in here on how that needs to happen.
You're not asking me to do that right now, are you?
No, we gotta get to this school and see if we can at least eradicate this threat so that whomever makes it out has a better shot, right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
It's gonna be alright, David.
Is it?
No, but Adrian told me I'm supposed to say that kind of thing. Does it not help?
I think it might help more if I thought you believed it, but... Hey. Thank you for telling me. I wish we had more time.
Yeah, me too. You're gonna have to get to the south of France without me.
Oh, shit. I don't think that's gonna happen, babe.
Maybe not. But let's just think about that instead.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll just hold his hands really, really tight. We gotta go.
And you hear a hand come around, bang on the inside. Hey, Oh, and you see Operative Taurus standing in the doorway. Sorry, am I interrupting?
Nah, it's alright. You got everything loaded up?
Yeah, we're wheels up in 5.
Well, let's be sure we're ready in 4. And I'll make sure that I've got all my things from the shed and pass out as much ammunition as I have. And who do you think wants the rocket launcher? You or Mage?
You see Taurus begin to stare at Gwen without flinching for a brief moment. Kind of looking over her form a little bit. Oh, shit. She looks fine right now. I won't say anything.
Couple days.
We gotta go.
We'll take care of it. Yeah.
And you see him quickly move out into the hallway, disappearing from view seemingly as fast as possible.
Kind of take Gwen by the hand and say, well, guess you better get ready to go then, huh?
Alright, let's go.
And we'll go finish packing up.
As you navigate outside, the truck bed quickly filling up. Operative Taurus jumping into the bed of the truck, hanging onto the top bar as you hear the engine stir to life. Mage, trying to keep your form together, tucked into one of the corners of the bed itself. You see this red dot appear on your chest for a brief moment as you look up to see this almost laser pointer-like device from Taurus pointing into your chest. Got a present for you, baby.
Aw, you brought party favors.
Angels are going for a nice little flight tonight.
Going out in style.
I'm killing at least one of them with my hands, I promise you that. Charlie, get this piece of shit moving. And he's got his hand out the window. It's David and Gwen, right? Come on. Hurry up, David and Gwen. Fucking David.
Yeah, we're
every time,
coming.
I swear to
We're
God.
ready. Hey, Charlie. I think I'm gonna owe you beer after this.
You got a beer?
If not on me.
What the fuck good is that? You don't get any of my mountain best anymore. At least not right
Next
now. I
time
gotta
there's a
settle
beer,
down.
I'll get you one.
Then you see Operative Taurus lean over into the window, you sitting in the passenger seat, Adrian. Everything is not fucked here. Are you ready to go?
You're really gonna have to change that language when we're back with the kids.
Right.
But yes. Otherwise,
Leans
yes.
back and crouches kind of next to you in the bed. Ready to make some magic, baby?
Oh, let's get David Copperfield up in this bitch.
See Taurus stand up, still maintaining eye contact, watching David and Gwen clamber into the back. Slaps the top of the truck twice loudly. Charlie. Time to roll. The truck engine turns on. The car slowly begins to creep forward. And to those of you out there surviving, stay safe. Stay alive.